Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts, experiencing technical difficulties because I was adjusting the phone and it accidentally started it and I wasn't ready for it to start. Okay, it's Friday. It's Freebie Friday. And thanks to audience participation, we got a bunch of things today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 freebies. Okay, we'll start with the ones that I made. And I've already showed them in videos this week, but I'll go a little bit more in detail now. First one was an Instagram pattern from Becky's Crochet. Becky's or Becca's? Becky's. Becky's Crochet. Becky's Plushies. I can read. Really, I can. Even on Friday. Now, I made mine with, whoops, let's get the eyes. Let's get the eyes showing. With gold and white to be sort of like the bread and butter corn. We get fresh sweet corn. There's a place 4/10 of a mile down there, and there's a place 3 miles that away. I like the place 3 miles that away. They have more of a selection, and they'll have stuff like plums and peaches, and they have all sorts of squash. Well, this place has squash too. And they have yarn. Not all the time, but they have garage sales where they're still clearing out Grandma's stash. And I have been there at least, I've spent over $100 on yarn there over the course of 3 or 4 years and still haven't cleaned them out. So I liked going to Blair Farm. I do have a blog post about the Blair Farm Stitch Project, where one year I went in and filled up this big tote bag for $30 and then documented the projects that I made from that bag. So I'll link it in the description. Even though that's not a Friday freebie thing, I told you about. Okay, so this. First, you make the corn, which very simple. I mean, increase, get to a certain point, you just back before, very simple, all that. It's very simple. I mean, you start at the top, you're doing standard increases. You can put bobbles in for the arms. They use safety eyes. I figured little kids love to put in, take out, put in, take out, play peekaboo with the corn, stuff like that. So I decided to go with embroidered eyes. And then you do start with a little like single crochet 4 in the magic ring, then do another round of 4 before you really get into the increases. But you bring it up to just a little bit bigger than your corn. And then you do the leaves back and forth in rows. And a very easy, fun little pattern. That was the first one. Next one, Jellycat Macaroon by sola.crochet on Instagram. Yeah, I do screenshots on Instagram and paste them into Paint, crop them, paste them into a Word document and print them because I don't like working off my phone or my tablet. I've usually got my phone or my tablet going for either a game or a YouTube video or music, so it's not convenient for me to. I like working off paper, and my phone is already so full of stuff. I have to keep deleting stuff. I can't keep a lot of PDFs or anything like that on my phone. That's why I have notebooks, notebooks, notebooks. Macaroon. This is how it turned out. Now this does get a little, I would say this is advanced beginner or intermediate, because you get into these front loop only, back loop only, front loop only, work in the back loop that's left for when you did the front loop. And that might be a little bit difficult for beginning crocheters. But it turns out cute. And I think people like little cookies with faces and legs, jelly cat type stuff. My granddaughters haven't really hit on jelly cat. Squishmallows, but not jelly cat. Okay. And then the next freebie that I made was the Sweater Bear by Cozy Friend Creations. There is Mr. Sweater Bear. And you can see she did the sweater in blue with white trim. I only did one color for the sweater. She did a different color for the muzzle. I did a yellow muzzle because I was trying to use up gold yarn. And I thought yellow and gold would look like Pooh Bear. So next time I make it, I'll probably do closer to the pattern. But when I'm trying to use up yarns, sometimes I go my own way. And this, turn yourself around, right side up, is Pierre the Penguin, who is made from the Woobles pattern that's free on their blog. I made him, for one thing, to use up purple yarn from my last yarn flipper challenge, where I took a bag of yarn from the thrift store and just kept going until I finished it off. And it was part of the Wooblin' Wednesday collection that I made. I'm going to get a Amigurumi Master patch. Yay! That's fun. And every week when they do Wooblin' Wednesday, they have a free pattern that they'll give you the link for. I'm trying to get this down so I don't keep bumping it with my chin. A free pattern that's similar to the kit that they do, so that if you want to take part in Wooblin' Wednesday, you can do it with a free pattern. We like free patterns. Then we have viewer submission. Diana T. submitted this bird. It's a free pattern on Instagram by supercrochet_. She said that it's not really a beginner-friendly pattern because it doesn't give a lot of the details, like how to, where to put the hair and where to do color changes and all that. But it looks like a cute little bird, and I think I will try it. I have to print out the pattern and give it a try. And then we have, okay, readers, just in case I need them. I don't know if I'm going to need them. Okay. Tracy from Travel Crochet AU, the one who originated the Traveler's Wheel that I'm doing on Willy Wednesday, submitted 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 or 5. Okay, we're starting at the top left. It's a jellyfish pattern, free on Instagram by All From Jade. She used Timu velvet yarn with a 3.5 millimeter hook, and she says it's a no-sew pattern. Then we're going to move over to the right. Baby Yoda. It's a quick make, free Instagram pattern by I'm not even going to try, Tracy. That name. Yeah. You surface crochet the collar, otherwise it's no sew. She used Patty's plush yarn with a 3.5 millimeter hook. This sounds like an awfully small hook, Tracy. I thought you said that you didn't like the acrylic yarns because they were so small, but that's a smaller hook than I usually use for with most acrylic yarns. Okay, now we're going to the bottom left. Tiny Little Frog, a quick no-sew pattern. Where is it's an Instagram pattern by Amateur Hour. Then in the middle, we got another frog. This one is about double the size of the other frog, and she made this one into a backpack buddy instead of a keychain. She's down in Australia, so for her it's summer right now, and she has craft shows and markets that she can go do, and keychains sell well for her, so she has fun making these little keychains. Again, she used Patty's plush and a 3.5 millimeter hook. Then on the bottom right is a seal that turned into a backpack buddy. It's a free Instagram pattern by Crochet Grove. She used Timu velvet yarn with a 3.5 millimeter hook. So I hope you find a pattern there that you really want to get started on this week. And I've already got leads on a few more for next week, but I am so close to finishing the Hobby Lobby cat kit. I have started 2 new project bags for the last 2 Grand Ami Venture, so I can switch back and forth between skinny yarn and worsted weight yarn. Give my fingers a little bit of a break from the really skinny yarn. And I am starting to play with the yarn that Tracy sent me. I pulled out the lavender, the darker pink, not the hot pink, but the darker pink, the light tan, and an aqua for the Fofo the Bull that my granddaughter picked out those colors. She wants a purple bull with aqua pants and pink feet. So it's going to be a unique bull. And then I started another bag for the cute little dinosaur that I'll be using yarn that I have up on my chair. So I'm excited about getting started on that. I did figure I have a sense of relief. There were so many people who said they couldn't get to me by email using my Penguin Place Crafts email. I had my original email that I started on Gmail long before I started as a business with Penguin Place Crafts. And I set it up so the 2 were linked, and all of my Penguin Place Craft was forwarded to my personal email. Well, yesterday I unlinked them and went into Penguin Place Crafts. And at first it's like, yeah, there's nothing there. And then within an hour or 2, about a dozen emails showed up in the spam folder. And the majority of, well, there were more than a dozen. There were probably 15 to 20 emails, but a dozen of them were either Freebie Friday or Wheelin' Wednesday. So even though this Wednesday is supposed to be a day off from Wheelin' Wednesday, because it goes for 2 weeks, I'm going to do another Wheelin' Wednesday summary video this week with the pink history pictures that didn't make the first video. So there will be 2 videos for pink history. Everybody will get their pictures in and their mention and the links and all that. So hopefully all is right with the world once more. So let's see. It's not quite time for dinner. 3:41. Tonight's a quick dinner. Just burgers. Because of the wonderful things. Oh no, we're not off to see the wizard. We're not even off to the kitchen. We're out to the chair to play with yarn. Yep. Okay, one more arm, 2 ears, the fish pouch, and the tail. That's all I have left to do on the cat. And I have to sew the pieces on. I made 3 legs. I was rooting through looking for something. And it's one of those where you make one leg, and then you make the other leg, and then you connect them and make the body. And yeah, I've got the body done and the head sewn on, and I'm looking in the back. It's like, what's this? It's a leg. He's already got 2 legs. I made 3 legs. Oh well, I pulled the stuffing out and frogged it. That yarn does not frog well. Ugh. No more frogging. Nope. So hopefully I can get that finished up today. It's Friday. I don't know if we're going to watch Star Trek tonight. And I will get started on some of these fun Grammie venture projects. And if I finish that cat and do just one round on Fofo the Bull, then I have completed my list that I made on Sunday for this week. So it's been a good week. And I'm looking, okay. I got Percy the Impatient. I got the test back. And if I can find the time today, if I can drag myself over to the laptop to make the changes. Oh no, I have to make another one because it really needs some pictures. I have not taken work in progress pictures for publishing the pattern. Right now it is totally without pictures. So within a day or two, we should have him up and running. He's running. He's angry. He's impatient. I made Percy the Impatient. Strawberry Bunny. I just sent her the pattern with no pictures, no telling what color it should be. So she made the Bluebird of Grumpiness. Okay, she sent me a picture. I'll have to put a picture in here. That was mean of me. I'm sorry, Bonnie. I should have given you more clues than just, here's the pattern. Go for it. But it was fun. Percy's a fun little pattern. Okay, I'm ranting. I'm going to go play with yarn. Bye-bye.